But just going over, I guess, as far as the configs that are officially leased there on the Steam Workshop. And of course, we did get the drag charger, I guess, as far as inspired by the Fast and Furious movie franchise. They are live. We already got some subscribers to it, too. That's kind of nice. 68 unique visitors. We got 42 subscribers on that already. And how's this one doing? Just out of curiosity. We got 44 on that one as well. So, roughly about the same, I guess, as far as number of subscribers. So it's only been up there about a day, not even a day. And it's getting some thing there. So we'll probably have another vote, I guess, as far as for which ones go through. I went through the garage, I guess, as far as we got quite a bit of cars, I guess, as far as to choose from. If you folks, I guess, as far as got any insight, I guess, as far as you would like to see any particular car configs get what we've worked on here on the stream, I guess, as far as, definitely let me know, and I'll definitely put it up there for a vote. But I think that went pretty well, I would say, I guess, as far as with if you're on the Steam, I guess, as far as you want to get those configs, I guess, as far as feel free to jump on over and get those. As it stands right now, we do not have any project cars, I guess, as far as in the pipeline. We're gonna need to look for this car. So I have a couple on my shopping list that I would like to get, as far as one of them being that Nissan GT-R I already mentioned, I guess, as far as and then also an Aston Martin DBX. So those are definitely on my shopping list of project cars to potentially get. So our inventory is clear. We did do a little bit of yeah, we did a little bit of call orders, I guess, as far as and such, I guess, as far as to fix some cars up in the off stream. All in the efforts, I guess, as far as to get another parking garage, because we're running out of room fast. So our next level here, I guess, as far as for, we got 11 alleys so far. So yeah, we did the Fiat Panda, I guess, as far as last week. Put a little bit of performance to that little guy, I guess, as far as, it's a pretty good performer for that class. But yeah, we had to get another garage, I guess, as far as so we have room, I guess, as far as to put any new cars that we get. You can see how full we are on most of them. This alley here, I guess, as far as we primarily reserve, I guess, as far as for project cars. You know, so it's cars that we pick up, I guess, as far as we want to work on. So tend to leave that one a little bit free. So the last, one of the other last cars that we worked on was the Skyline, which is the base game car, I guess, as far as this one turned out pretty cool, pretty nifty. So yeah, we're definitely in the market, as I already showed, I guess, as far as to get another car. So we need to probably check out. I've been having a lot of luck lately at the car salvage auctions of finding cars, I guess, as far as to work on. That's what we did in the off stream, I guess, as far as to make some money, to get that new to garage and have a little bit of padding, I guess, as far as on our bank account. So I'm gonna go ahead and check out these car auctions. We might have to look at a barn. Yeah, it's looking like we're gonna have to look at a barn. All right, let's head back to the house here. We'll check out a barn and see if we get in there. Do we have anything loose in here? We don't. So what do we got here? Honda Civic DX, I don't know which one that is. We do have a Honda Civic, as far as I believe it is the Street Fighter. What do we got here? That is one of the electric cars. That's a Yamaha V Concept. We already have one of those. And we got a Chrysler 300, looks like. So, not really any cars, I guess, as far as that we're looking for. Let's see, do we got anything here we can pilfer? I'm hoping, ooh, there's a crate. We got lucky here. So we got our crate, check out the cars. Let's head back to the house here. Anything. Alright, let's open up our crate. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tigger by its toe. If you holler, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Ooh, we got another crate, another chance. Alright, let's put our maps away. So we're one up on what we started off with there. We're going to go check out the junkyard, yes. Let's go see if we can find these cars that we're looking for. We're on the lookout. Do we got anything loose? We do not. Okay, so we're just gonna take a look and see what cars we got in here. Looks like we got a C1. That one is the standard, okay. Not what we're looking for. And we've got a bare frame 2012 Camaro. SS Street Custom, yep, bare frame. Alright, so we did not get anything in the map for today in the junkyard. So we're gonna check out another salvage car auction, so we're going back there again. We do have one of our standards in here, though. So something I haven't been able to figure out, why it keeps putting these rims on there. It's supposed to be putting the SS rims on there. I don't really know why it's putting those rims on. I gotta check that. Yeah, so this one's the standard. It has the simple badges. Making sure it works here. Yep. Clamshell. Oh, so it poked its eye out. Somebody poked its eye out. nasty. So yeah, that could give you a little bit of idea how they look like this as far as when they're in pretty rough shape. So let's take a look at this one really quick. This might be another one we could do, I guess, as far as just to flip it. I did a lot of these in the off stream though, so it's really in the mood, I guess, as far as to do a GT-R or DBX. So what about this Hennessy? This is another one. So probably has all the tires. Yep. Oh, we got a GT-R. Found a GT-R. What do we got here? Pretty cool color on it. That blacker is like a deep red. I can't really tell. It's kind of dark under this canopy here. So, yep, that is a GT-R. So this is the engine that we we made available in the base game 350Z, the Ribson. I don't know how much these go for all fixed up. We're probably going to end up keeping it. So, I'd like to get it for a decent price. So, let's see if we can get it for one more. Yeah, I'm letting that one go. That's going way over, I guess, as far as the estimated. Not going to say it's not worth it, but that's ridiculous. I'm not paying that much overestimated. So, yeah, we had to let that GT-R go. That went way overestimated. If it was a 5-star, I might have gone so far, but no. It was only a 4-star, and yeah, it went way overestimated. We're going to check out another barn in that hunt for a GT-R, Nissan, or a Aston Martin DBX. Another barn. Here we go. Ooh, what do we got here? This is Ripson. That's the standard. Do we have anything loose? We do not. We got Diablo. That's a GT. We're not interested in that one. And what do we got here? Looks like a BMW 3 Series. Again, not a car we're looking for. So, we're looking for a crate. Alright, we got our crate. No other parts that we want or cars in this barn. Checking out a junkyard when we get back. We'll check our crate out first. Junkyard. Let's go check out a junkyard. Anything loose? We do have an ABS module. Need some of those. So we can check the files for the ABS module. Okay. We got our module at least anyway, but no other cars that we're interested in anyway. So, we're going to take our parts and head back to the house. Let's see. So we got our crate. We're going to fix that up. Let's open up our crate and see what we get out of that. And some credits. Ooh, that's a nice chunk of credits too. Hell yeah. Let's put our barn map away. We're going to fix these parts up and put those away. We'll check out another salvage auction. We're back to that. Alright, so nothing at the auctions here today. Checking out another barn. Okay, so let's see about another barn. We got a Mercedes. SOS going. Got anything loose in here? We got a battery. Nice. We got a fastback Mustang. So we got that one. Oh, we got one over here. What is this? That one is a Supra. Is that a V8 special? V8 special. V8 special Supra. This one was one of the first ones that we put up on the Steam Workshop against as far as being available. It's got quite a few subscriptions against as far as to that one too. So I guess people are liking that one. There's our crate. Cool. We checked out the cars. Got our battery. Got our crate. Head back to the house. No car yet. We want to check out our crate. We got a lot. I think this is the highest we've been on scrap points. Let's put our barn map away. We got to charge up our battery. Guess we'll be doing junkyard. Alright, what do we got here at the junkyard today? Nothing loose, but we're going to check out these cars. That looks like an Eclipse. Tiburon. I get them mixed up. This looks like, this is the fake Viper. Oh, that's the OG. We got a F100 Ford pick 'em up truck. What's this one here? This one is, that's a GT40. Nice. We do have one of these in the garage. Pretty well beefed up. Got some chunky tires on that. There's our 2012 Camaro, yeah. That's a ZL1, yep, based on the hood. Is this the 2002 Turbo? Yep, we already have one of these too. So yeah, we've got cars like this as far as in our garage. So there are some cars, if I just want to get the bank account back up there, that we'll just fix up and flip. Yeah, we try to get at least one of each type of car, I guess as far as in our own garage. What's this do? I don't have one of these. I do have a Panda though. We did buy that Panda, I guess as far as that was kind of a fun little build. So looks like we have no DBX or GT-R. So on this visit, we don't have any cars or anything pick one from here. So it looks like we're going back to the auctions. So yeah, we're going back to auctions again. So we did have that one chance, like I said, I guess as far as to get a GT-R, but it went too high for a price. There's our test car. This is one of our this is what we initially tried to get into the game, I guess, as far as, so this was proof of concept, I guess, as far as of how to get a car into the game. It's very primitive, I guess, as far as in its design. So excuse the crudity, I guess, as far as of it, but this was our just proof of concept, being able to get a car into the game. And we're coming up short on these GT-Rs and DBXs. So I guess what we're doing, we're going back. So we just got done with the auctions. We're gonna go check out another barn. The one we don't have is this Caprice. So the quality of life mod calls it an Impala, but it's the classic Caprice. This is one we don't have. We don't have one of these yet. I would like to do a trim of that to do like a retro. So that's an inline 6. I wouldn't want that one anyway. So the only thing that's gonna allow for is an inline 6. If I did get one of these, it would definitely be a V8. So we got anything loose in here? No. We have an old Cutlass back here. Okay, here's the third car. Turbo Special. We did this Turbo Special. So this one we put the GTS Special, the M4, I guess, as far as into this one. Yeah, so we did this one, I guess, as far as special. This is another one. Yeah, so this one primarily, this engine comes into the M4 GTS Special. So that's another config that we did, I guess, as far as for that one. We do have one of these in our garage already. So that's definitely another one we're not looking for. There it is. It's right there. I walked past it like a couple different times, right there by the Impala. Alright, we got our crate. We didn't, so none of the cars we were interested in this barn. Alright, we just got done with the barn. We're going to check out the junkyard. Alrighty then, so what do we got here? So we do have a module. Is that red? Yeah, it's a red one. So that one's not repairable. So what cars we got in here? This is not what we're looking for. This is a Audi. Nope, not what we're looking for. Dacia Duster. Nope. We got a Volkswagen Golf. Yep. Modern Rabbit, if you will. We got a. This is a Sprinter. That's a partner. Gotcha. Ooh, what do we got here? That's a C8. Yeah. So this one needs some body parts on it. It needs a rear bumper. Needs a door. Let's see. What other cars we got in here? So we got that one. Yep. We already have one of these too. I like how it's put 71 on there. I mean, it was probably built in 71, but it doesn't mean that the Model 8 was obviously back from early 1900s. So no cars that we're looking for, and there's nothing loose. Kind of leave an empty hand in here from this junkyard visit. We're back on the auction. So let's do auction. In fact, there's a GT-R. Here's something else, I guess, as far as to add to approach to auctions. If it's a 5-star, obviously those are going to run. And based on the condition of it, if it goes overestimated, and even if it is 10, 15,000 over, usually that's not a bad buy. I can't say that every time, but I will only do that if it's a 5-star. It's probably going to go over 111. But by how much? That's the question. Alright, 124. So this is the only case, I guess, as far as I'll go over being a 5-star, right? So I think there's still some room on the bone, I guess, as far as to be able to get it up in the value there. So we're going to take this at the garage. We'll go check this out at the garage. They do have a DBX in here too. 5-star. The auctions can be rigged, but again, it comes down... Oh, I don't like this color at all. This must have been a lady car. Yeah, I would definitely change the color. These are slick looking cars though. They have the same engine, I guess, as far as the Vantage. So yeah, being a 5-star should run. They even sound wicked. So this is one thing I've noticed. We've made notice, I guess, as far as of the Aston Martins, like the DBS and whatever. The tach actually goes backwards. Goes counterclockwise as opposed to clockwise. I've always found that kind of interesting on these cars. So this is the DBX version, I guess, as far as of that engine that's in the Vantage. I got a feeling if it hits 137, I'm going to pass on it for now. I'll probably bow out of this. Yeah, I'm going to bow out. Probably not that it isn't worth it, I guess, as far as we're going to pass on that because it did go over the 137. Okay, we got our GT-R. Let's go head back to the house and go check this out. There's our GT-R. That GT-R engine. Now we do have, in fact, I'm going to pull this out. Put the Skyline back here real quick. So this is the special config that we currently got up there on the Steam Workshop, I guess, as far as to put that GT-R engine into that car. Yep, so same engine in that 350Z. So it's in pretty good shape, being a 5-star from the auction. And we didn't overpay. So awesome. That was a pretty good buy at the auction. So even though we did go overestimated on that one there, we did still make good on that one. We're definitely still going to keep... I might even keep it that color. Pretty stylish. We'll probably take these plates off. We'll put our own plate on it. This one's originally from Greece. So let's do some tests on this guy and see what kind of shape she's in. She's in really good shape. I like it. That's what I'm talking about. So it has the V6 in there, I guess, as far as... Is that what that's got in here? Yep. So that V6 in there. So this one has 530 at its base. This one here, our special config, yeah, so we got some performance parts to it, but the base on this one is a little bit higher, I guess, as far as even without the performance parts. So we got a 7 1/4 in performance parts. That was one thing that we were able to do, I guess, as far as putting it in the 350Z. And you do have to have the Nissan DLC, I guess, as far as to be able to put that engine into there. But it is available there on the Steam Workshop. Currently, that's one of our latest releases there on the workshop. So yeah, this car is looking in really good shape. I think we got a really good price on this car. Let me do all the tests on this just to kind of see what we need to upgrade on this. Let's do the scanner. Now, the current condition that it's in is we're not going to get the base horsepower, which is the 530, even though it is all in the green. We can definitely guarantee that. Yeah, everything's in the green. Awesome sauce. Now, we didn't check a lot of this out, I guess, as far as at the auction. I usually take it at, if it's a 5-star, most of it's going to be in the green. And so everything in the green there, too. I'm kind of on the fence there. I think I just want to get it over the dyno just to see how much horsepower we're losing and go from there. Based on level of status that we got there, I'm thinking maybe only a 10 horsepower loss, if that. I'm thinking no more than 10 horsepower loss. Surprising. I was expecting to see no more than 10. 18 horsepower. So yeah, I think what we're going to end up doing is to get the base horsepower back up to snuff. I guess as far as we're going to pull this engine and fix her up. We're going to fix this puppy up. I think I kind of dig the color. It's subtle, but it kind of speaks volumes. Yeah, so this will add to our Nissan collection. I guess as far as of the 370Z, the 350Z, and also the Skyline that we purchased last week. Let's drain this oil out. Oh yeah, she looks good. So what do we got to dismantle up here? Get that out of there. So we got to get the gearbox and all that. It is an all-wheel drive too, which is kind of wild. I don't think I need to take this one out, do I? I'm not thinking that one needs to come out. I don't think it does actually, because that's hooked up to a separate transfer case. But we do need to take this one off though. I might put that other one back on because first I don't think we need to take that one off. Yeah, I think I'm going to put this one back on. I don't think this one needs to come up. Part on mount, we got to get this out. Where's the starter? V8 starter. That's just the flywheel cover. So the transmission is actually back here. Pretty cool. Anyways, okay, we got to get these pipes out. This is always the pretty interesting thing to work on these cars, I guess, as far as to find out what you got to dismantle to get things yeeted out. Nope. Okay, so yeah. Confirmed. I guess as far as we do not need to take out that transaxle. Pretty clean in here as far as the engine compartment. Nice. Alright, let's get this engine on the lift. We'll break her down. So our inventory is relatively clear to work on this one. There's that. We'll get all the bolts. All the bolts. Okay, so our crank should be 100% repairable. As well as, okay, oh, there we go. Let's get these all fixed up. Alrighty, got all the parts fixed up. Now, let's take a look and see what was not repairable. Yeah, so these fellows we gotta get, I think we're pretty good to go. I guess as far as we have everything at 100%. Good deal. Alright, cool. Let's get this back on. Our crank was refurbished. Got new pistons and rings. Yeah, for a V6 engine, I guess as far as I know, the fact that it is a turbo, it punches out quite a bit of horsepower. Pretty impressive. There you go. So we'll get our bottom end. Crank bearings. That'd be kind of wild if that engine was mounted this way. So we got some preliminary stuff we want to do here. 98% on that ECU. Might actually keep this one. Trying to think of all the things that would potentially affect the horsepower. Fuse base. Module whale and the pump. Cool. Okay, do we miss some idlers? Double check that on the engine. Nope, looks like we should have them all. We bought too many, I should say. And let's take out this guy. Got clips on it. I'll get it over to the bench here and see. I think it's the B type, I guess, as far as we can repair. Yeah. You can only do the clips on this one. And our cover, which got refurbished. Nice. I think all of this stuff is in good shape. I am still going to take the approach. Drain the coolant. We're going to fix up the... Oh, wow. That is not what I want. Sorry about that. I'm blinding everybody. You don't want the mess on the floor. We're going to pull that radiator out. Reservoir tank. Wow. 89%. We're going to get a new one. Oh, it's got two air boxes. Pump, ABS pump, and the module back in there. Got those repaired. Okay, pretty good. Cool. Alright, let's see if we can get this engine put back in here. 100% green build, so we can go all the way through this thing, I guess, as far as we can be assured from the engine side of it, I guess, as far as that it is. Should be able to get all that base horsepower. Now, we did get a new downpipe, I guess, as far as off the headers. Exhaust headers, so we'll have to get the whole new exhaust too. Okay, let's get the new one, the new fuel tank. Let's repair that fuel pump. Put the pump back in. Pump up the jam. Pump it up. Okay, so that should be good to go. I think we got everything taken care of that will affect the horsepower. So we did get a new ECU. We're gonna put that up in there in the front. Okay, that's a brand new one of those. Get coolant back in this. I did get some fresh motor honey back into her. I'm gonna run some tests, I guess, as far as just to confirm we got everything to 100%. Oh, what did I miss? What did I miss? I think I missed the starter, number one. Oh, wait a minute. I missed. Yeah, I did miss the starter. Okay. Alright, so now let's see if we can do some tests. There we go. Just had to put the starter back in. So that one's checked out. Let's do the LBD. Alright, everything at 100% there. Cool. For fuel pressure test. Nice. Okay, that's good. That checks out. And let's do our electrical test. So all that checks out. I think we're good. I think we are Gucci. We're gonna get this back on the ground. We gotta get some fresh motor honey back in here though. So let's get this over to the dyno and see if we got all of our power. We gotta take off that just to get... That's silly. What should we do? Nice and golden. Alright, let's get that cover back on. I'm gonna go ahead and dyno this puppy. See if we get all that base power out of it. That's all we're looking for. We want to get all that base power out of the... So we went from 18 horsepower loss to all of it back. We're in the Class B 349. So you know what that means. We got to at least take this over to the strip and have some fun with it. You know what? We didn't do a very good job detailing that. Let's go get this over. We're going to get an alignment on this thing too. So the alignment's good. We'll leave that alone. It's still dirty. What the heck? I guess I didn't clean it. Might have to change out those seats. So what is the interior showing? It's in the green. I feel like somebody peed on it or something. I don't know about you guys, I guess, at first, but I don't want to sit in somebody else's pee. We're Gucci. Alright, all cleaned up. Let's get her back over the lift. Hey, we're going to take this over to the strip. Class B 349. Let's have some fun with it. So we got our standard BMW Pro car in line 6. No tuning. Got a little bit more rating though, so let's see if we can beat the Pro car. Well, she's got a nice idle. Ooh, Pro car beat us. $12.6 to... Oh my god, by a whole second? What the heck, dude? That's ugly. The shifting seemed to be a little bit weird going into second. I'm gonna do that one again. I don't know if that was me or if that was just the car's reaction. That's the car. Okay, so we might have to get a... fix up the gearbox. Really funky in that first gear. She kind of like... bleh. I don't know what that's all about. It's not good. Okay, let's get another car. Let's try the BMW 5 Series. Yeah, I don't like that at all. Yeah, it's looking like we're gonna have to do something with that gearbox in this thing. We did sleep there a little bit, but still. We do that one more time. See how it bogs down in that first gear? That's not cool. It's got a lot of giddy up, I guess, as far as once it gets past that first. I don't know what was with that sleep in there, but whatever. Yeah, we gotta get that gearbox fixed. That's not good. Not good. Gearbox time. So we already got it on the lift there. We're just getting up on the lift. So it does have the gearbox in the rear. It's got that rear mounted transaxle. Yep, this one's currently available on the Steam Workshop here too, folks. I guess as far as if you want your this config, I guess as far as for the drag charger, feel free to snag that up there. Probably one of the biggest things, I guess, as far as with this one is that it has the hood delete. You can put that supercharged deal in there. It did originally have that swap for this engine, but you would have to manually remove, I guess, as far as that hood. That's really about the only thing different. So with that, other than we did change the rake, I guess, as far as the suspension, so it is kind of lifted up in the back a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. If you want that config, feel free to get that off the collection there in the Steam Workshop. Let's see here. We need to get this up on the lift and deal with this gearbox. So we will have to take both drive axles out. Oh my, so we got to take all that out just to get that out of there? That's crazy. Now we can get that out of there. We're just leaving that all suspended there. Okay then. We'll get the parts fixed up that we just took off. I'm going to fix up that gearbox where we're going to get a performance one. And, ooh, good chunk of change. 2% on it. Alrighty then. Let's get her in there. So really it's 10 and 6, I guess, as far as on this setup. So 10 regular rubber bushings and 6 small rubber bushings. These tires, we could probably actually pull those apart, fix up the rims. Okay, get those over to the bench and get those fixed up. And we'll put the scuffs back on there. Cool, those are balanced. Get them back on there. Cool deal. Alright, so where we're at right now, I guess, as far as we can probably fix up these body panels. We'll do that next. We did change out the 2 seats in the interior. I'm gonna fix up some body panels on this thing. Pretty interesting how they did this. Holy smokes, check that out. That's some crazy detail on this underbody. Crazy detail. To get the body in a little bit better shape. I don't even think I need to weld the frame. So the suspension, as we saw when we took it over the test track there, it's all nice and straight. Beautiful. Okay, how's our body looking now? 87%, so that's probably gonna be tail lights, headlights, windows, which not entirely upset about that. Alright, we need to get this back over the dyno, and we need to tweak on our new gearbox. That first gear in particular, that was gross. Let's check this out. What is it? 338 on the final. I'm gonna leave that right where it's at. I mean, it's only got about a 30-mile-an-hour spread between. Yeah, let's try that out. See how that works. We definitely need to get it re-dynoed. So we were previously Class B 349. We had a 2%, I guess, as far as with that new gearbox. Oh, forgot the drive shafts. Cool. I don't know, what do y'all think? We should keep it this color, or should we paint it something else? Let's get this back over to the dyno. Got the drive shafts back in here. 11 horsepower gain, still in the Class B. So up from a 349 to a 356. Not bad for just a performance gearbox. Take her over the strip and dryer now. See if that first gear is fixed. Okay, so these got a little bit of tuning there, a little bit. That's a good matchup. Nope, she's still bogged though. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know what's up with this sleeping either. I don't know if because of that first gear doing that, I guess what that's causing that. Try it again. I don't like the way that bogs though. That's crazy. Gotta be a way to fix that. A little bit better under action. One more time. It's almost like she stalls out in that first gear. Okay, better reaction time, but don't like that first gear. Don't like that at all. Okay, we're gonna take this back to the house. We're gonna play around that a little bit. So instead of making it taller, I'm gonna make it short. And let's go check it out. So it was originally at, yeah, that's right, it was at like 45. So I'm gonna actually make this shorter. Let's go, try it that way. Really quick shift on that first gear. Well, hopefully it doesn't bog it out. It bogs out still, I guess, as far as I don't know what the heck. Try her again. So we got our Turbo V8 Special. No tuning. It's a little better. Might have to make that final drive a little bit, holy crap. That turbo kick in. Damn, it took off like it kicked in the nitrous or something. Holy smokes. Let's do that one again. Yeah, it's a little bit better, so I guess we're going in the right direction. So I might have to make the final drive taller, or shorter I should say, just kind of smooth that out. So we'll keep the first gear where it's at, just kind of mess with that final drive. You get a better feel for it. That turbo, I guess, as far as it really kicked in. Look at that take off. That's crazy. That turbo really kicks into gear, doesn't it? Okay, so I think we need to make another adjustment. Back to the house. 338, so we're gonna go up on this. Let's try this. It's sounding good to me. Oh, alright, let's go. Get to go against the Lambo V12. Got a little bit of tuning. This is getting better. It's not perfect though. Okay, so we can beat the Lambo. Pretty decent reaction time. Ferrari F50 GT. It's not horrible. Okay, so we're getting below 12, that's good. Okay, this one was beating us before. I don't think it had any tuning though. Yeah, this is not too bad. We're keeping up with the Pro Car a little bit. Okay, I think we got something here, I guess, as far as with this gearbox now. What about the Jaguar V6? Okay, I'm liking this so far as we can get closer to the 12-second bracket. What about our supercharged V8? I guess as far as fastback. I'm liking it. I think we got her dialed in, I guess, as far as with this new gearbox. Stingray's CA Corvette. Nice, we can beat that dude. I'm kind of liking this thing now. What about the Shaker 426? Got some slicks and a little bit of tuning on that Baccaruda. Oh, that's our first red light. I'm definitely thinking we got this pretty well dialed in. We can probably tweak on a little bit on the gearbox to kind of smooth out that first gear. She's not horrible. Hot Rod 69 Camaro. Not hating it, not hating it. I kind of almost feel like I want to paint the car this color. Audi R8, the coupe, that V10. Nice. We're getting even better below the 12-second mark. A little bit of practice. Already beat the Lambo. What if I try this supercharged hot rod? Nice. Very nice. That was a good good race there. He was catching up to us. Ooh, so we got the Vantage, I guess, as far as with that. Still looking to get a DBX. We had an option, I guess, as far as at the auction earlier. I guess it's... Oh, Vantage got us. I think I kind of missed that. I kind of slipped on a shift there. I did. I'm going to do this one again. Definitely missed the shift there. Ooh, okay, that Vantage has got a upper hand. 11.882, nice. So we got another one. We got this one and the BMW Pro Car. Okay, so we got slicks and no tuning. So that BMW Pro Car did have a little bit of tuning. We got at least two cars that can potentially beat us. So what about the C3 with the supercharged V8? Beautiful. Chrysler 300, a little bit of tuning, and that fuel overhead again, supercharged. Got a feeling based on the numbers there, he should be able to beat us. That scared the crap out of me. Yeah, we definitely got it rolling now. So that one beat us right at the end. Yep. So we have not been able to get 11.7. Yeah, so I'm definitely thinking based on the numbers here, as far as that stands, the reason why that one's beat. Nice. So yeah, he's got a little bit more tuning and a little bit more rating. Yeah, we could try to get to the higher side, I guess, as far as the Class B. So we got the OG Viper. He's got a little bit of tuning. Can't see if we can beat the OG Viper a little bit. Nice. Good races here, real tight racing. That's what I like. Already beat that dude. So this one has no tuning. Now we did have one that had a little bit of tuning that did beat us. Yep. So the one even without the tuning. So it doesn't matter if that thing's got tuning or not, it can beat us. Yep, fair and square. And he's got a, what kind of rating? Yeah, he's on the higher end of the Class B. I think that's where we're going to try and get ours at. We got our Electrocat. That's our electric version of Dodge Challenger. Oh, he got us right at the end. He kind of snuck in there, little devil. Let me see here. 7. Yeah, we were ahead of him until right up the end. He got us right at the end. That sneaky little devil. That was a good race, though. That was not a bad race. Indeed. Let's do one more. Yeah, I feel like I got a pretty good vibe here just to get on the get this car, I guess, as far as the higher end of the Class B. Oh, 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 that was all me. That was all me. Holy slip. Yep, you got us. $11.6. Yeah, we wouldn't be able to beat that. Racer Batman's got those all queued up. He's gonna lose. He's gonna lose. Alright, that's good enough information there. So, there's definitely going to be some cars that'll beat us, I think, in this class. But I think with a little bit of tuning, get it to the higher end of the Class B, I think it should be a little bit better. So, let's get this over to Lift A. We're going to get some, we're going to get this better. We're going to get it to the higher end of the Class B. So, I don't know why I'm putting on the lift. We could probably do that just by... So, what I'm thinking, what we could do is probably get this one. I think this one's at a Class B here. I don't want to be this high. I want to be in the Class B. So this one's got 7% of tuning. Yeah, 7.25. I don't think we need to go that high on this one, is keeping in that high end of the Class B. So just to get an idea. So we already got like 2%. Yep, we're at 2% with that gearbox. So, I'm thinking if we do like throttles, let's do those. I'm gonna do some throttles. Okay, I'm thinking maybe fuel rail. So I gotta get this cover off to get the fuel rails. What's the fuel rails give me? Those gives me 2% each. That's another 4. That'll give me 8%. That might be too much. You know what? I'm gonna do that anyway, just to try it out. Okay, let's put our performance fuel rails in. So let's see what we got here. I'm definitely still feeling I want to paint that to get it that same color as the thumbnail. As far as this one, I kind of like that color. Let's get this over to the dyno. If we did this right, we should have 8%. So 377, that didn't bump it up. We can go a little bit higher. Okay, but what that should be is now at 8%. Yep, so we're good. So we can definitely do a little bit more. So I think what I'll do is both air filters. Fuel filter, yeah, let's do fuel filter and pump. And I'll save to do this. I'll do the fuel filter and pump, I guess, as far as for starters. And I think I will do air filters as well. That should get us pretty close, I guess, as far as the high end. So even if we get into like the high 390s, I guess, as far as for Class B, that should be good. Alright, let's get this dynoed. That's perfect. So 395, we're on the high end of the Class B. That's what we're shooting for. 71 horsepower gain from the base. Perfect. That's kind of what I was looking for. Have some fun with it. Yeah. Alright, quarter mile practice. Oh, we get to go against the electric right away. Wait for it. There it goes. Hey, we were kind of keeping up with it. We were kind of keeping up with it. 11.4 now. So we were... Our best was like 11.8. It beat us by 2/10. So we were keeping up with it a little bit. Yeah, these things are just stupid fast. It did have a little bit of tuning and some slicks. Okay. Porsche 911 Carrera. Okay, we can beat the Carrera. Yeah, so we're well under 11.5 now, this latest tuning. So we got 13.10%. So in comparison, we almost kind of doubled the amount of tuning on this car in comparison to our 350Z with that same engine. Kind of an interesting point. So we were already beating this dude. Nice, you can still beat that one. This one has no tuning, but the slicks. That's the only difference, no tuning, but it still has the slicks. Ah, he's still beating us, damn it. Still beating us. So, tuning or no tuning, this one can still beat us. Son of a gun. Yeah, this little rascal. What about the... No, this one was beating us, I guess, as far as... I think we did race it against the tuning. Oh, not that way I won't. Not that way I won't. Cool, we can beat that one now. Good deal. Jaguar F-Type. So both these cars have all-wheel drive. It's probably a fair mention. Plus it has the V8. A little bit of tuning, race tires. So these usually get a pretty good jump out of the gate. So even if it does get ahead of us here early, I guess as far as nope, not this time. Not that time. Solid. That's a good race. Okay, this is our modern V6. This has the Renault Clio engine into it. This as far as a modern V6. A little bit of tuning. Right on. I'm liking this. I'm liking the result of this so far. Alright, Cherokee. Let's see what you got. We had to make a example out of it. We beat it by almost a whole second. Okay, there's the standard one. Now this one was beating us, I guess, as far as with or without tuning. Yes, okay, so we can beat all the versions so far of that. So I'm not sure about the V10. We did beat the 911 with the V10. So I'm happy that the fact that we can beat the two trims. Pretty good margin there too. Okay, so we went against the Stingray. Now this is the high-end C8 with the tuning. I'm feeling pretty good about this car. We got this thing dialed in. Alright, one more. So there's our special. We already beat that dude. There's our drag Gen 2 Camaro. Sports on the front. They got a little bit of tuning. Oh! Okay, not that way. Okay, cool deal. Got a 382 rating. I'm feeling good about it. Feeling really good about it. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna sign up for this thing here. We know how this works, folks. We're in the Class B. Seen what this thing can do in practice. The only thing that was beating us was that electric, that Tesla Roadster, which is right there. And that's one of the first cars we're going up against. No, it's a horrible lineup. It's got a lower rating, I guess, as far as what we've practiced up against, though. So I don't even know if I like this, but as far as the other components, the other competitors, feeling pretty good about. Yeah, that's the only one. We might get knocked out in the first race in this deal. I'm gonna run through the other races here. We're going up last. Here goes nothing. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Nope, he got us. He got us. So that's about the only car I think that can beat us in this class, is that one right there. So even without the tuning, little rascal. All right, we got knocked out. We're gonna go ahead and do some, let's do some gambling ourselves. So we got 2 Lambos. I'm gonna go with this one with the more tuning. Got a Mercedes going. Oh, this is a Restocat. Tuffy. I'm gonna go with a Hellcat. Ooh, that's a good matchup. We got both have V10 Viper engines. This one has tuning though, and this one beat us, I guess, as far, so I'm gonna root for that one. Can't beat him, join him. See how we did. Good. Oh, good. Yeah, it was 50-50. This one's got more. We're going with the Lambo. Got that Viper engine in it. We're gonna go with the Viper engine. Nope. Nope. Oh man, that was bad. Yeah, this one seems to be doing good. I'm gonna go put all my chips on that one. Ah, we didn't do too bad. We didn't do too bad, but we got knocked out, I guess, as far as first race, as we kind of predicted. So we're gonna head back to the house. I think we got a pretty nice little whip here, I guess, as far as this GT-R now. So I think that one of the last things I want to do with this car, I'm gonna see if we can replicate, I guess, as far as the color of that in the. It's kind of like a copper color. Got a little bit dirty, I guess, as far as from racing around the strip. There we go. Got all nice and cleany-deeny. Let's go get this over to the paint booth. I'm gonna play around with some color on this thing. That looks pretty slick like that. No liveries, okay. So we're short on the liveries for this one. So it's a kind of more like a copper color on this thing. Kind of mimic that thumbnail picture. That looks pretty slick. Beautiful. All right, let's get this back over the lift. So there you have it, folks. I guess as far as we did acquire ourselves a GT-R. We're still in the hunt, I guess, as far as for DBX. It's turning out really slick with that color. I like it. We got our inventories cleared. Had a lot of fun here today, folks, I guess, as far as with fixing up the GT-R. Got it for a really good price, too. Over at the auction. Fixed up all the engine, I guess, as far as to get it 100%. As well as some other parts, I guess, as far as to get it running really good. So it's a nice alternate, I should say, to our 350Z that has that same engine. We got only half as much tuning to this one, I guess, as far as to get all that power, I guess, as far as out of it. So we did finally get how much with that? With 13%, we were able to get 601 out of that one, I guess, as far as with that much tuning. Obviously, it has more room for tuning on that one there, but I think in the Class B, that's almost perfect. Almost perfect. So yeah, like I said, we definitely had a lot of fun, I guess, as far as working on this one here, folks. I'm gonna try in the off stream, I guess, as far as see if we can find ourselves a DBX, so we can work on that, and we'll have that to our collection. Very much appreciated for all you folks that did drop by and stick around, I guess, as far as for today. Hope you all do have a marvelous rest of your Monday, and we'll see you all again here real soon, folks. Bye for now.